why exactly passive voice is used is when the person who does is not so important or it's very obvious. Obvious means he must have only done. See, if it is singular or plural, biryani is singular. So will you use is or are? Is. Biryani is cooked by him. Okay, now what to do? Now look whether this is singular or plural. If it is singular, you will use has. If it is plural, you will use have. Has or have. And the next attachment is been. Hello friends, as I have told you, I just make videos on grammar concepts one by one. Firstly, I have made question tags. Hope you have gone through that video. And now here I am with active and passive voice. Active and passive voice, what is it actually? It is very simple concept. Okay, I'll just tell you the golden rule. And then for active and passive voice, why exactly passive voice is used is when the person who does is not so important or it's very obvious. Obvious means he must have only done. There is no other choice. That way also we do not mention who has done it. Okay, for example, if I say the garden was watered by the gardener, it's natural that the garden will be watered by the gardener only, right? So we generally skip who did it. That is where we use the passive voice, right? English lesson was taught by whom? It is known that English teacher will only teach the English lesson. So in that case also we use the passive voice when the action is given more importance than the doer. That's where we use the passive voice. Okay, this passive voice can be used only for transitive verbs. Okay, transitive verbs means for which the effect of the verb falls on the object. Okay, now I will get into the video and just give you some small tips how to make the active and passive voice easily. Okay, so this is how we make. The golden rule here is the head becomes the tail and the tail becomes the head. This is the golden rule. Okay, golden rule is head becomes the tail, tail becomes the head. Okay, so I will explain you how. Okay, so here if the sentence is she ate mangoes. She ate mangoes. Here this first one, this is subject we call. This is the head, this is the tail. Okay, this is the head, this is the tail. In the passive voice, what happens is the head becomes the tail and the tail becomes the head. So this is the tail, it becomes the head, and the head becomes the tail, but there are certain transformations. She is the subjective pronoun. When it becomes the passive voice, it becomes her. Okay, mangoes by her. Head, the tail came to the head part, head came to the tail part. Now see in which tense it is. Ate. Which tense it is? It is in past tense. Okay, and see the number. If it is in past tense, the choice is either was or were. The choice is either was or were for past tense. Okay, so what we will do, we should fix whether was is suitable or were is suitable. Mangoes, it is plural. So which will you take? Yes, it is were. Okay, mangoes were eaten. Eaten is a V3 form. V1, V2, V3. V1 is the verb, the root form. V2 is the past tense form. V3 is the past participle form. Mangoes were eaten by her. Okay, suppose the sentence is she drank milk. She drank milk. Suppose the sentence is like this. Now again I am using the past tense so that we can get the clarity about past tense. Then one by one each tense we can have a clarity. Okay, she drank milk. Now first task is head becomes a tail becomes the head. So firstly we will write milk by her. Okay, milk by her. Now drank is in past tense. Now look at the number. As soon as you see past tense, the choice is either was or were. Now milk, is it singular or plural? Milk is singular. So what will you use? Was. Milk was drunk. Drink, drank, drunk. Milk was drunk by her. So this is how you make it. Okay. Now if I go to the present tense. If you go to present tense. Okay. If I say he cooks biryani. He cooks biryani. This is a present tense. If you see present tense, your choices is or are. This is your choice. If you use present tense, is or is your choice. If you use past tense, was or were. Okay. So now head becomes a tail becomes a head. Biryani by him. Now see if it is singular or plural. Biryani is singular. So will you use is or are? Is. Biryani is cooked by him. Okay. Now suppose it is he bakes cakes. He bakes cakes. First task, tail becomes the head becomes the tail. So it is cakes by him. Now this is present tense. So your choice is either is or are. Now look whether it is singular or plural. Cakes is plural. So cakes are baked by him. So now we finished with present tense and past tense. Now we will go ahead with the present perfect tense and past perfect tense. Okay. Yes. On to the present perfect tense. You all know present perfect tense we use has or have. Okay. So if I say Hari has bought a table. Has bought. This is in present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. Okay. So when the sentence is in present perfect tense, as usual, the tail becomes a head becomes a tail. A table by Hari. Okay. Now what to do? Yes. Now look whether this is singular or plural. If it is singular, you will use has. If it is plural, you will use have. Has or have. And the next attachment is been. Okay. Has been or have been. Okay. How? A table. This is singular. So we are taking has. Has been bought by Hari. If it is confusing, I'll write been here also. It is either has been or have been. Okay. If I say Sunita has sold the vegetables. First task, as usual, tail becomes the head. The vegetables here by Sunita. Now look, it is in present perfect tense. So your choice is either has been or have been according to the number. Now if you see vegetables, vegetable is plural. The vegetables, so plural what will you use? Have. The vegetables have been bought by Sunita. Okay. And to the past perfect tense. past perfect tense is nothing but had plus V3. Okay. The best part of past perfect tense is whether it is singular or plural, you will use had only. Okay, if it is in past perfect tense, you will use had been. For example, if I say, she had cleaned the room. Okay, if the sentence is like this, so what will you write? The room by her. Now, it doesn't matter whether it is room is singular or plural. Singular or plural, you will use had only. Okay, the room had been cleaned by her. If it is she had cleaned the rooms, then the rooms had been cleaned by her. Singular or plural, it will be the same. If you say, she had washed the fruits. If it is this way, the fruits, and here it is by her. Now fruits, let it be singular or plural. What will you use? Had been washed by her. Clear? Whenever you have present perfect tense, you need to see the number. If it is singular, has been, plural, have been. If it is past perfect tense, whether singular or plural doesn't matter. You will use only had been. Okay. Now I will go to the continuous tense. Okay. On to the continuous tense. Okay. So if I say, Vimala is writing a letter. Vimala is writing a letter. So firstly, what will you do? You will make the tail as the head. A letter by Vimala. Okay. So this is in present continuous tense. Present continuous. If it is in present continuous tense, what you will do is, you will write it as is or are plus being. Being you are writing to substitute the ing form. A letter. Now see if letter is singular or plural. Letter is singular. A letter is being written by Vimala. Okay. Suppose it is, they are cleaning the room. They are cleaning the room. Now we write it as the room by them. Okay, is the room singular or plural? Singular. The room is being cleaned by them. Cleaned by them. Okay. If we say, she is selling flowers. She is selling flowers. Now if you see, the tail is flowers, that is the object, and the subject is she, which changes to by her. Flowers. Flowers is plural. So what will you take? Will you take is or are? Are. Flowers are being sold by her. Okay. On to the past. So you should see what is the object. According to that, according to the number, you should use is or are. So if it is past continuous, how will you do? If it is, he was he was drawing pictures. He was drawing pictures. If the sentence is like this, what will you do? Pictures by him. Now look at pictures. Is it singular or plural? Plural. So what actually it is if you have past continuous tense, the choice is was or were being. It is either was being or were being according to the number. Pictures is plural. So will you take was or were? Yes, were. So pictures were being drawn by him. Okay, so if it is like this, she was driving a car. She was driving a car. Now what will you do? A car by her. Okay. Now is a car singular or plural? Yes, it is singular. So a car was being driven. Drive, drove, driven. Okay, a car was being driven by her. Okay, so these are the main parts of the video, and one small thing I will tell about the future tense and we will conclude. And subscribe our channel so that you can get further notifications on the other grammar parts that I am going to upload soon, and share with your friends. They too will use it for revising for their exams. And if you have any doubts on any other grammar parts, just comment me, just text me in the comment section. I will clarify them. Just one more thing I will tell about the future tense and we will conclude. On to the future tense. Okay, if you say I will buy a house. I will buy a house. So how will you change this? A house by me. Okay, a house will be bought. So when will is there, what you will do? Will be. Whether it is singular or plural doesn't matter. You will be writing will only. Okay, if I say we will change the curtains. We will change the curtains. Suppose if you are telling like this, how will you write? The curtains by us. The curtains will be changed. The curtains will be changed by us. And one more thing, remember, if the sentence is in present perfect continuous, you will write in present perfect tense only. That is, I have been cleaning the room will change into the room has been cleaned by me only. For that ing form, we can't put the being form. If it is in past perfect continuous, that means he had been drawing pictures, that will also change to past perfect tense only. The pictures had been drawn by him. Okay, so the future also the same way. If it is I will be buying a house, that will change to future tense only. A house will be bought by me only. There is no future continuous tense you can't show in the passive voice. I hope this session was useful to you. Just to give a thorough revision, and English is a gradual process. I told you, day by day, step by step, you learn it, and if you do it continuously, you won't have any difficulty for your examination. So English is a subject which will upgrade your marks. Once you get good marks in English, the other marks, whatever you get, you will get a better grade. English is a very easy subject. So I hope you will continue watching our videos and keep clicking the like button for a source of inspiration. Thank you and have a great day.